how'd you get here?
Welcome to the end of Sonic Lost World, and easily the worst part of the game because they keep trying to tie together this terrible, disgusting, rotting banana peel ass story together, and it's just none of it's working. I don't give a fuck about the Deadly Six. I don't care. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care. And no one cares. So, like, they just keep showing up, and it's this weird mix of neat ideas being thrown at the wall to see if they're gonna stick, like Eggman dying and Tails getting turned into a robot, and then all of them fall flat because you never actually, like, it's not something that stays around for more than 5.5 milliseconds, and it's just the worst, and it is the most dense story content, with the most wasted potential, and least amount of gameplay in comparison to, Storio ratio. What am I? Look, man. I'm tired because I keep having to go out of my way to defend this game when there are bad things about it, and everyone's always like, oh, well, you like this game, but this thing sucks in it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, and the story's ass, okay? I'm not playing a Sonic game so I can sit there and wax poetic about the meaning of life and the existence of humanity and what it means to be a human being, what it means to be, in a robot who has a soul? What even is a soul? I'm not here to answer, I'm not gonna answer these fucking questions. I don't care. I'm not here for some brilliant intellectual thing, but especially in this area, it's not just poor writing, it's like, it's a weird flow, a weird amalgamation that can be felt in the story, even if you're not paying that much attention. Shit just happens. So if you're, like, vaguely looking at the screen, you'll start seeing shit and be like, what, huh? Slow down a little bit, explain to me what's going on, I don't get it. I need you to take a minute, take a step back, and walk me through this again. Maybe have Tails be a robot for a little longer than 5.5 milliseconds before he turns around and blows a hole in Zavic's chest, Like, maybe we don't do that. maybe Eggman dying isn't something that happens in the very last world, in the very last second, and then, oh, spoiler alert, he pops up as the final boss. And that's it, bro. And he's like, I needed to get away to do whatever. And it's like, okay, cool idea, whatever. Fucking do it better. Do it better, give more time, like, I don't know. It's just a bunch of undercooked shit. Also, check out my Sonic Runners model mod. There's not that many, character mods at a certain point, and I've gone through pretty much all of the cool ones that exist that don't just make Sonic a completely different character, like, I don't know, Sally or something. There's some weird one that I'm trying to remember right now, but I can't, where they just, like, throw on a character that I don't think anyone's ever wanted to play. And they're like, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. The Sonic Lost World modding community is so weird. But, okay, here's my thing, right? Sonic fans have gone out of their way to quote-unquote fix, all these bad Sonic games. I say quote-unquote because some people are going to have their own perspective on this, right? But, like, games like Sonic 06 that were just absolutely unredeemable. Absolutely unredeemable. Were completely created from scratch just to make it fucking fun. Like, there's so much fan content that is designed to make people not want to end it all while they're playing the, most hated Sonic games in the Sonic franchise. Same shit happened for Sonic Forces. There was a complete reworking done, like a little side story that added a vastly better, more interesting level design. Like, this is something fans have gone out of their way to do a million times over, a million times, again and again and again. But nothing like that for this game, which is so weird to me, because a lot of people agree that this game, even if, you're on the camp of like, ooh, I love this game, ooh, I don't love this game, whatever, most people on both sides will agree, yeah, the level design can be pretty meh sometimes, and I think it would be better if we had more like Sonic Adventure styled levels, something along those lines, something a little more open, something a little more akin to that era. And I have seen like maybe 1 or 2, if that, games or mods, sorry, that try to import, new level design and all this shit. Why is there not more? Why the fuck is there not more of that? Why are we sitting here with the Sally Acorn Omega Ultra Super Cool Ultra Cut mod, where she's got her voice from Sat AM, and it's beautiful and whatever, like, that's great. Where are the level mods, bro? Why is it only that? Why is it just this shit, bro? This shit that I guarantee you some furry's gonna throw on and be like, yeah, this is making the game for me, bro. Sally Acorn's making the game for me right now. But like, I just don't understand. I have no idea why this game, out of all games, slipped through the cracks of that, like, quote-unquote, let's fix it mentality that Sonic fans have with a lot of these games. And I just don't fucking get it. Maybe it's because it's not, like, abhorrently bad. This game is more of a mixed experience, and some people don't think it needs fixing, or not as many people think it needs fixing, so we don't have anyone kind of going out of their way to put their whole lifeblood into this thing that most people probably aren't gonna look too deeply into because people just aren't thinking about this game anymore, you know? Okay, if a game is like absolutely despised, people are going to think about it, and if a game is absolutely loved, people are going to think about it. So those games that get ignored over the course of time are the ones that lie smack dab in the middle, bro. Solid 5 out of 10 experiences, or in that range. I got 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10. You know, not the worst pieces of shit ever, but not really that good. You know, a lot of people view this game this way. You know, personally, I like this game. I want to throw it out there right now. I would suck this game off in a back alley. I would. I like it like that. If I saw the look of this game, he was looking at me and he was like, get your ass in that back alley, I'd be there frame one, second one, not even close, not even questioning it, not even being like, yo, yeah, are you like normal? Are you gonna kill me? Like, what's happening here? I would just go there. I would just walk back there and be like, well, what happens, happens, bro. It's fine. As long as, anyways. I'm gonna end that thought there. I'm actually so tired today, bro. My thought process was ending in the worst possible spot. Even just fucking imaginable. Just imaginable. There's a game that's being shown, isn't there? I like this stage a lot. I think World 8 is probably one of the more mixed bags, because there's a lot of things that it does right and a lot of things that it also does wrong. This level, flat out, end of story, is something it does super right. Super, super right. There are some gotcha moments here and there, and there is a little too much insta-kill bullshit. However, it is still insanely fun to run through, and I actively ran back through this stage multiple times to make sure I got a good run and I didn't die a single time because I was having that much fun with it. I really like this stage. I know a lot of people will talk about how, oh, the first one of those rail grinding stages is fun, and then you get to the second one in World 8, and it's just the worst and the hardest, and it's so terrible. I don't get it. I actively don't get it. It's not easy. It's not easy. It is hard. I agree with that. But also it's fun. It's like a fun hard. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if people are gonna get on my ass for that, but I think it's well designed. I think there's a lot of really fun shit that you can experience there. I think there's a lot of cool things where like they utilize the speeding up and slowing down rails pretty well. There's actually a reason to get on the red rails instead of just always, you know, raw dogging the green ones, trying to, you know, have fun on those, go fast. There's reason to slow down. I like that. I think that's cool, personally. I know some people are gonna grab me by the shoulders, shake me around like a fucking, you know, shaken baby syndrome, where you pick up a baby and go, and you just fucking shake it like crazy, and its brains go all from back to back on each side of its skull, you know what I'm saying? That's what people are gonna do to me. Someone's gonna grab me by the shoulders and give me shaken baby syndrome. Oh, by the way, also, I like this level. Sorry, not sorry. I like this level. I think its biggest issue is that it has these really fucking dumb boss fights that aren't really that interesting, but they're honestly pretty slow, except for the last one, which we'll get to. Oh my god, we'll get to. There's a reason people are like, Zavik is just Sonic Bowser. Because he is. I mean, he just flat out is. There's no defending it. No, he just is, bro. Lil bro is he's copying that motherfucker's homework. He's copying Mario's homework in this desperate attempt to, you know, create an interesting villain, and it just did not work. It did not work at all. But hey, I think the actual level itself is fun. You really don't have to use wisps at any point. A lot of this platforming is super fun and interesting to do without them, and you will save time doing the platforming without the wisps. So the wisps are there as this kind of like, I guess, I don't want to say band-aid. That's not the right term. That implies there's a boo-boo that needs to be covered. It's more of an ointment, right? Imagine you have rough skin, aka hard level, and you know, not everyone want to have rough skin, you know? So some people put ointment on it, but us true hard skin enjoyers, rough skin enjoyers, this is not making any fucking sense. Point is, it's there for people that will not be able to tackle the platforming because they're just not good enough to not use the wisps during that section. There you go. I didn't need that fuck-ass terrible analogy that didn't make any goddamn sense, but hey, whatever, bro. I'm not even gonna... Fuck off. I'm doing my best here. I'm running on 1.5 milliseconds of sleep, and I'm just trying to get out a video for you people. You fucking people that you're sitting there watching my content, eating your popcorn, while I'm here struggling, just thinking about how to feed my family of 4. I have 13 kids, but I only like 2 of them, and then it's my wife, and it's me, and that's why it's a family of 4, but I still gotta feed the other ones, you know, and it's still hard. Even if it was only a family of 4, I still gotta feed them motherfuckers, and it's difficult. It's fucking difficult. But then there's the rest of them. There's the fucking 11 that I don't like. I almost said 12. Ignore that. I can do math. I can do math. I remember how many kids I have, I swear. But there's the 11 that I don't like, that I don't want to feed, but I still have to because of that damn child support or whatever. I don't fucking know. They just keep making me pay it, and money keeps coming out of my pocket. And this is how I pay for my child support. Games like this, recordings like this, sessions like this. This is how I pay for my child support. So you have to help me. You have to help me. You have to watch this video. You have to leave a like. You have to subscribe. And you have to say, SendoDX is the best Sonic tuber ever created. And if you don't watch his content, you're missing out. Because he's so intelligent. He's so witty. He's so good at what he does. I should not have used this here, by the way. Just look at this, bro. You can't go through these. It actively makes this harder. Like, sometimes the wisps... this is the one time I've, like, looked at the wisp and been like, when the... huh? Why the fuck? Like, why would you put that there? That doesn't make any sense. The rest of them, they'll, like, force the wisp into certain areas, and you can skip it, but, you know, the average player that's playing the game for the first time is going to utilize that, and, look... That one didn't make any fucking sense. Anyways, this boss sucks. You just have to climb up to the top and then, I guess, nuke him, or like, I don't know, this, make him fall, just like blow up his whole thing. I did not know what to do there because I was trying to hit him. That's what I mean by this level's really cool, but it's held back by some of the worst, most poorly explained dog shit bosses I've ever seen. Because, like, look at this. This is cool-ass 3D platforming, where you're going, bam, super fast around these little platforming areas, these parkour areas. That's fucking sick, and yes, you could use a wisp to skip past a lot of it, but it's slower. I mean, it's kind of not worth it if you want to go fast and be cool. I mean, it's as simple as that. You want to go fast, you want to beat the level with Sonic speed, then fuck the wisps, bro. Do your own thing. Enjoy your life. Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit. Parkour your parkour. Also, I am still grabbing, you know, these capsules because I kind of need to. This is also one of the instances where you will probably run into a bit of a flicky wall, if you will, and I am not, again, I'm not in love with the flicky system. Okay. I need to clarify some things, because apparently I have not made it clear over the course of this playthrough that I am perfectly understanding as to why people would not like this game. Right? Because it does not teach you things well. And I've had issues with games that do the exact same thing. Right? Sonic Heroes, and it's a very similar boat where you really just aren't taught shit. And, you know, apparently, a lot of the mechanics can be pretty fucking cool, and this, that, or the other. All these people keep telling me this shit. I don't know if they're lying or not, but, like, people keep telling me that once you learn the mechanics, it gets really fun. The game just doesn't teach you anything, and this game has the exact same problem. And I've been very harsh on Sonic Heroes, but I have not been as harsh on this game. And, you know, part of that, perfectly candid, I have played this game more, and I understand this game better than I understand Heroes, and I care about returning to this game because I understand the playstyle and think it's cool and appreciate it and have fun going back to it. I won't do that for Heroes though, because I didn't fully sit down and run through that game 13 million times as a kid and learn everything they didn't teach you. And there's that level of bias there, and that's, that is there every single time that anyone is talking about a game ever, right? There's going to be this bias. Also, hi Bowser, this is what I'm talking about. This is what everyone showcases when they're like, it's Bowser Light, and it's like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, that bias is gonna be there, right? And I want to make it very clear that, one, I cannot remove that bias. I just can't. Two, I will try to limit its impact on the way that I talk about this and the way that I say other people should experience this game. So I'm not saying everyone and their mother should go out of their way, replay this game, and, try to love it again, even though that would make me personally happy. If you went through it the first time and didn't have a good time, then there you go. The game failed. The game fumbled, the game failed, and that's fine. Again, it's a hero situation where shit just doesn't get taught to you. And if you don't have any interest in going back and learning the systems, fuck it. Fuck it, bro. Just don't do it. Like, it's not a big deal. I personally have gotten a lot of joy out of this game after figuring out how the parkour works, and I think that a lot of these things are relatively simple to figure out, and the only reason I've been so defensive about this, right, and I've been talking more so about the reasons I like this game rather than the reasons that there are to not like this game, is because this game has had such an insane negative coverage its entire lifespan. The entire fucking time I've been alive, people have been absolutely destroying this game. I really have not talked about this game in an online space where it was not overwhelmingly negative towards this game. Then, like, I feel like, what is the value of throwing my negativity into the ring, if that makes sense, when everyone has already talked about everything that's wrong about this game ever, and I think a lot of the stuff they're talking about is valid. Why don't I talk about some of the things I don't think are valid? Why don't I talk about some of the things that I think maybe this game gets a little too much shit for? Like the ice physics. That shit's dumb to me. Like, I'll talk about things like that and be like, this actively should not have taken any form of teaching for you to figure out. This is like, you experiment for 5.5 milliseconds and you gotta figure it out, bro. But that's kind of what I was interested in talking about during this entire run-through, because I didn't want to run around and say the exact same shit that everyone else has said. Like, yes, the story is ass. Notice I never talked about the story until, like, now, when it was super prevalent in, like, the entire video. It's because it's just not fucking interesting to talk about a story that sucks, that everyone knows sucks. Like, why would I be sitting here for 20 to 30 minutes, bro, saying, oh my god, did you guys know this story sucks? Yes, bro, everyone knows the story sucks. Why would I sit here and regurgitate the same shit that everyone else has said ever? I want to showcase my perspective on this and bring a degree of positivity to this game, and hopefully get some people to maybe try it again. I don't know. I've seen one or two people being like, yeah, I actually decided to run back and give Sonic Lost World a shot because I saw this and you were saying such nice things about it, and that's awesome. I'm not trying to say that you should absolutely love Sonic Lost World and that a lot of my criticisms that I've levied against games that I really don't like, again, Sonic Heroes, are not valid here. Because they are. I think this game has the exact same issue that Sonic Heroes does. The only issue is that I did not play Sonic Heroes when I was a kid. I have not run through Sonic Heroes multiple times to learn the things it won't teach me. And therefore, I'm going to have a bias towards this game. I'm going to enjoy this game and want to talk about the things that I like about it. And that's totally fine, but I also understand why people hate this game. Why people think this game's not fun. Why people might dislike the parkour mechanic, even if I think it personally works really well. It's not explained. It's not explained at all, and it's not the user's or player's job to go out of their way to learn things that the game won't teach you. So, TLDR, I know that this game has a lot of very objective problems that I didn't really touch on that much during this playthrough. I understand that. A lot of people have already talked about these. I wanted to talk about what I personally liked about this game, why I thought it was a valuable experience to me, and why I think it's worth people's time to the very least look at, and maybe, you know, take that guise off from the, when did this game drop? Like when did it drop? I want to say 2012, but I know that's really wrong. Sonic Lost World release date. Oh my goodness, 2012 is definitely, 2013, I was close. 2013, you know, there was still a very big online hate boner for this franchise, and I think to a degree, some of that infected the way people viewed this game. I think people are still kind of holding on to a lot of that, you know, I'm pissed off YouTube Let's Player vibe from 2013, and they're applying that to this game, kind of like people did to Sonic Unleashed. Now, hold on. I know some motherfucker's gonna leave an angry comment being like, hey, how dare you? Sonic Unleashed is good. This game is bad or whatever. But I'm just saying, there's instances like with the ice physics in World 5 where, you know, people, it really only takes one brain cell to figure out how to effectively approach that situation, right? Where people continue to bitch about that to this day because it was just a talking point of the time. The talking points about this game have not changed since 2013, like at all. And I wanted to throw something in the mix that would make you, you know, freak out a little bit. Be like, whoa, this guy has controversial ideas. This guy is talking about some crazy radical Sonic knowledge. Wow, that's so nuts. By the way, this is cute. I like this ending cutscene. I was about to throw out the most YouTube Let's Player bullshit ever. I don't know why he didn't die. But it's also a video game. So maybe I should shut the fuck up and just have joy in my heart. You know, instead of trying to be so analytical and assholey about stuff. But look, it's part of who I am. I love being analytical. I love being a dickhead. It's my favorite pastime. That's why I do it on YouTube.com. Because why would I not do that, bro? Well, this is the perfect outlet for this. This is the perfect outlet for me to shit talk and to be an asshole. I'm joking. A little bit. Slightly. I am joking. I'm joking. I'm just joking. Anyways, that's the end of Sonic Lost World. There's a little more content to go over, but not for now. That's extra.